In the news now. Boris Johnson has said he is confident Britons vaccinated with Indian-produced jabs will be able to travel. The BBC has removed a controversial web page on the benefits of climate change. Senior doctors in England will be consulted on striking over a controversial pay rise offer. Angela Merkel has said she has grave concerns about the large crowds attending matches at Wembley. Canadian protesters have ripped down statues of Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth II amid growing anger over the discovery of the remains of hundreds of children in unmarked graves at former Indigenous schools. The large statue of Queen Victoria on a throne had been standing outside the Legislative Building in Winnipeg, Manitoba, since 1904. On Canada's National Day on Thursday, a crowd splattered it with red paint and put a rope around the statue's neck. As it toppled, they cheered and chanted "Bring her down," and "No pride in genocide." Then they kicked it and danced on the empty plinth. Nearby, a smaller statue of the Queen was knocked over, and left face down on a concrete path. Downing Street condemned the statue vandalism but expressed sympathy for Canada's Indigenous community. A spokesman for Boris Johnson said, "Our thoughts are with Canada's Indigenous community following these tragic discoveries." Canada is in the midst of a national reckoning over its treatment of Indigenous children. Survivors and their descendants trace the blame back to Queen Victoria's reign when Canada was part of the British Empire. The purpose of the schools was to strip children of their Indigenous identity. In 2015, a Truth and Reconciliation Commission concluded that more than 4,000 children had died of disease and neglect in a cultural genocide. Long ago, in days untold, were ruled by lords of greed. Maidens fared with gold they dared to bear their wombs that bleed. Kings and queens and guillotines, taking lives denied. Starch and parchment laid the laws, when bishops took the ride, only to deceive. Oh, I know I lived this life afore. Somehow I know now truths I must be sure. Tossin', tunin', nightmares burnin'. Dreams of swords in hand, sailing ships, the Viking spits, the blood of father's land, only to deceive. Living times of knights and marrays, raising swords for maidens fair. Sneer at death, fear only loss of pride. Living other centuries, déjà vu or what you please. Follows true to all who do or die. Screams of no reply, they died. Screams of no reply, and died. Died. Lordy, Lordy, they died. Songwriters, Steven Tyler. More news later.